what a mess that divorce was. I would have been happy to have walked away once she decided that that's what she wanted, but it turned into a war with everything that could be weaponized being so. There'd be no compromise, no amiability. This then would be when I began falling down the rabbit hole. I didn't notice. I guess I was busy trying to be normal, trying to rebuild a life, really sliding further down with every part of the situation. By the time my ex-wife found a reason to stop me being able to see my girls, I was in a no way back frame of mind. My own mind turned on me, convinced me the options were limited, and I believed myself. I believed my own mind, why wouldn't I? All the justification and the conversation in my head convinced me. Everyone would be better off without me. This then is where I started planning, tying up loose ends, making sure it was all go as I intended. When all was done, I took myself off down the woods, sat on the riverbank, drank a 12-year-old bottle of whiskey laced with all the medications I could find in the cupboard, and waited till it all kicked in. I took my knife, dug into my wrists, and waited some more. The following few days are mainly a blur, but I do remember being shouted at by an officer whose name I would never learn, and for some reason I remember being given a can of Coke before being taken to the hospital. I was to be there for a week. I don't know who made the decisions, but I was released to go home after that week. One of the many professionals I encountered decided I would be better off recovering at home, I suppose. I should have spoken up, said something about the fact that home was a part of the problem, but better to stay quiet. Why make a fuss? I still remember my doctor's face when I told him I didn't want to be medicated. I wanted to be well again. Poor man didn't know what to do or how to answer. I was given a handful of leaflets, and that was pretty much that. I had visits from people who, to this day, I have no idea who they were. And then there were visits to the outpatient counsellors. But I'm not as daft as people think. It was easy enough to not score high enough on the scale, to not be entitled to treatment. All I really had to say was, "No, of course I don't want to kill myself anymore." I was free. No more intrusive questions, no more visits to the well-intentioned but uninformed, and maybe that was my downfall. No, I didn't want to die anymore, but I didn't know how to live. Nor did I wish to ask for help, so piece by piece it started to unravel. The relationships I had, the life I had rebuilt,